Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today you join me from the garage. We've been doing quite a bit of work on the garage, just actually redoing it for like a bit of a mini channel relaunch and a really interesting new car coming on the channel, but that's for another time. Yeah, we're going to be working on Gladys. Now let's turn the camera around and I'll show you what's wrong with it. So if you've been following the channel, you'll know this is my brother's first car. He's only 16, so he hasn't got a license yet, but we're just doing this car up ready so we can have a nice, reliable and safe first car. Yeah, as you can tell, we've got a bit of tape here. Now, when we were dailying this, towards the end of us using it, before we put it in the garage and bought a replacement car for the wife, there was a couple of little faults just started to pop up. And to be honest, I wasn't really fixing them. Now, this is a problem with the window or something to do with the mechanism in the door. So I'll peel this tape off now, and obviously I'll clean it up properly at a later date. Yeah, so there's only the sellotape holding the window in place. So that's what we're dealing with. Now, whatever is wrong with the car, we're going to have to take off this door trim to figure out what's going on. We have got a replacement window mechanism. I'm hoping it's that because we've already bought it. If it's not that, then we're going to have to be buying other parts. But first things first, take off the door trim and then we can see what's going on. Okay, as far as I can tell, there's two bolts under here. Once we undo them, I'm imagining the remainder of the door is held in with pop clips and things like that. So I feel like once we undo them, we can just literally pop the door card out. So that's what we're going to do now. Okay, so my brother's just taken them two bolts out, and now it's time to rip the door off. Literally grab that, yeet it as hard as you can. I just done it off camera, and then it'll pop out. These little plastic poppers. Now where the door handle is, if you press this down with a screwdriver this side, then this little thing will pop out. Now that mark wasn't me, it's obviously been taken out in the past. But yeah, just gently press it with your finger and then the top will come out. So we're going to take the screw out, and I think there's a screw under here. But yeah, let's get that out. Okay, so the last two screws, there's one in there and one in there. They are Torx bits, so you're going to need like a long Torx bit. So I'm going to just pop it in like that, and then I'm going to drop it in the door by the looks of it. Take that. Okay, so what we got to do, there's a little mechanism there. You've got to unclip it from the glass. So just push in the tab and then have someone else pull in the glass. I've got to do the same down there now. See how the glass has a hole in it and there's a little hook? So it's got to push that through and then we can pull the glass out. And I think I found why the electric window was crunching, because if you look here, the cable, look, it's not very good, is it? So once that's sorted out now, we'll have a nice working electric window. Okay, so I've just looked at the replacement part and all of those clips are replaced. So I wouldn't advise this, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a heat gun on that bit of plastic. I'm going to try and melt it out of the way, because it's really difficult to get down there without risking smashing this glass. actually forget the heat gun idea, that's a stupid idea really. I've just wedged my arm down the gap and I've got down the back of the glass. I can pop the hook out like so, and Nathaniel's going to put the glass somewhere very safe, aren't you? Yeah. Right, there we are. So let's just take this out now, replace this whole mechanism on the back, and then we put it all back together. Okay, so due to the wiring looms and things in the door, it's not really very easy to take the panel off completely. I mean, it can be done, but I don't want to disturb 20-year-old wiring in this car. So it looks like this has actually failed before and it's been replaced, maybe for a used item, which has failed as well. So I'm just going to remove it. So there's two brackets, a bracket that side, a bracket that side, and then this little bit here, which then fits onto the electric motor. So we're going to just take that out now. Yeah, so this is not the first time this has failed. That's how it's come out the door. It's literally come out the door in bits. So yeah, not ideal. Now the replacement part, oh, and you can tell it's second hand because it's got scrapyard writing on it. Anyway, we got the replacement part here, brand new this time, and we're going to slide it in, refix it to the back of this panel. Okay, so we're just going to test the mechanism now. So if you look down there, working now. Okay, so we're going to put the glass in now. So what we got to do is lower the mechanism all the way. Now we've done that, we're going to put the new piece of glass in the top. Hopefully it will click in. Once it's clicked in, then we're going to permanently fix this back to the door then. Okay, so the window's now in. We put the bolts back in to make sure that was it exactly as it aligned as it should be. Make sure that cable doesn't catch in the mechanism. What you want to do is put the window all the way up. What it'll do, it'll force the clips then to click into the glass. And as you can see now, we've now got a fully working window. Okay, so all we got to do, we're going to connect all these bolts back up, put the door card back on, door handle, and then I'll show you the finished piece. We've got to take off some of that residue off the tape, which we can do with WD-40. And then, yeah, that's one job we can tick off. Okay, so it's all sorted now. I had a bit of a thing where it would stick halfway. We took it apart, put it back together, couldn't see what was going on, but it just suddenly started working then. So I can only assume it was a bit bound up inside with all the cables, and now they're all like seated nicely. It's going really well. So we're going to turn around now and we're going to get this adhesive stuff off the window. So I'm in the Fiesta and I think it's time that we have a look at the finished piece. So the brown sticky sellotape residue, WD-40 is really good for getting off anything like that. As you can see, it's all been removed, and from the outside the car looks great too, but as you can see, we're parked right up against the wall right now. So what I'll do, I'll just start up the car. And if we have a look over here, you can see the window doing its thing. So that's how you replace the window regulator mechanism thing on a Fiesta Mark 6. Now we have got a couple of jobs left on Gladys the Fiesta before it's ready for my brother to have as a first car. Just minor jobs really. Now I'll just turn the camera around and I'll show you. As you can see, the dash blower doesn't work, so obviously I don't really want my brother driving this around in winter. Being a first car and inexperienced driver, the last thing we want is misted windows in the mix as well. Got to get that sorted. I'm thinking, I have done some basic testing on relays and things. and I got a feeling that it's actually going to have to be replaced, so part of the dash has to come out for that. There's a few more jobs coming out weekly on this Gladys Fiesta, and once I've finished everything, then we're going to be moving on to my new project car, which I will show you very soon. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers guys.